All right, the Houston Texans get a double dose of good news. First thing, Joe Mixon is questionable. And that's just good to see that he might play, has a chance to play, and he's made comments. He's been in the media, like kind of getting some of these running backs back because running backs have been injured. There's been injuries all over the place. To see Joe Mixon on his way back is really good news. Second good news is you're playing a bad team. It's been said it's not who you play, but it's when you play them. You're playing a bad team right when you need it the most because there's no gimmies in the NFL, but there's harder teams versus weaker teams, right? There just is. So to get the New England Patriots, who are 1-4, starting their rookie quarterback, they have no weapons and a bad offensive line. That's good for the Texans. So you've got good things, and right when you need them because you've got a lot of injuries. But when you can steal victories, and that's how it kind of almost feels every week in the National Football League, if you can steal victories, man, you do it when you can do it. And so let me just show you kind of something here that I think's pretty interesting is like, geez, the New England Patriots, this is not good. So if you look at it here, they're 1-4 is the New England Patriots. Houston Texans 4-1. They're going to start Drake May. The Texans went up against rookie Caleb Williams 2 weeks ago, and they just shut him down. So love seeing that. The Texans are favored by 7 in this game, and honestly, that number doesn't feel big enough, and that's a monster number. But it feels like the Texans are a team that we kind of know who they are now. They live up to the hype. They are kind of who we thought they were, which is a good thing. Everybody thought the Texans would be good. So the good news this week is that seriously, this Patriots team's not great. And you have an opportunity to go 5-1, like that's huge. Next thing is there's so much room for improvement. I think if you're a Texans fan, you've had some problems on special teams. You've had some different things. Here's the biggest thing that I think we've noticed. Let me pull this up is penalties. A massive reoccurring theme for this squad, not in a good way. On the season, they've lost 391 yards due to penalties, 200 on offense, pre-snap, false starts, illegal formation, encroachment. I mean, half of them have been pre-snap stuff that you just don't do in the National Football League. And so they rank near the bottom in penalties. So my point in saying this is that if they can clean up the penalties, dude, they clean up the penalties. They went against a buzzsaw of a team, turns out, in the Minnesota Vikings. Nobody knew that at the time. And that's their only loss. So I look at this team and think, man, get the penalties cleaned up. Let's go. Another one is new problem area of the punting game. Coming into the season, questions about the performance of the offensive line, linebacker. However, a new area is the punting game. Slightly under the radar free agency move. And so now there's just a little bit of like, we got to make sure that's right. So special teams can get cleaned up. Penalties can cleaned up. Injured guys can come back from injuries. Like this team is not like, man, they're firing on all cylinders. They're 4-1. Let's go, baby. It's like, man, we got some things that we can clean up and still be really a good team. So curious to see how this kind of pans out for the Houston Texans, because if you look at this game, it comes at the perfect time. Remember, the Houston Texans schedule is not easy, and it's just going to be a difficult schedule. Let's look at it. They've got the Patriots this week. And then look at this. Packers, Colts. Okay, so, right, if you win against the Patriots, then you can win two of these games, right? Win one out of two. Feeling good. And then it's Jets. Who knows what they are? Lions. Man, this schedule is all over the place. Cowboys, I don't know. Titans, Jags, Dolphins aren't good. Jags aren't good. Dolphins aren't good. And then boom, boom, heavy hitters, and then end with the Titans. So very all over the place schedule. But the point is half of your games are very manageable. that's huge. The other half are going to be difficult, but you're a good team, right? So I think that's the thing that Lions fans and Texans fans have to just come around to. It's like, we're good. We're good teams. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel talking about teams that kind of are under the radar. And like we've always been. Lions have always been there. Texans have been there too, kind of in the shadow of the Cowboys. It's like, no. Cowboys are terrible. Lions are going to beat the Cowboys. Let's just say that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see all of you on the next one.